speaking of dog meat, have you ever eaten a dog meat?
Am I crazy?
Oh, okay.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, I've had a dog meat.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
How does it taste?
Yeah, just good. Dog pepper soup. In
No,
soup.
dog, I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
Yeah.
Really? One of my hostel mates brought it back.
Do you know it was a dog meat?
Yeah.
Or you
No,
didn't know?
I knew it was a dog meat.
And you ate it?
Yeah, I was curious. I want to try it.
Oh God! I saw a stop sign, so I didn't stop. And then as soon as he turned that siren,
It took off.
I took. Excuse me, ma'am. You better stop your car. I'm right behind you. Stop your car. Pull over.
So we were in class one day. Emily was like, "Hey Jane, do you mind going for lunch break?" Ha! I said, "See free food.
And she was like, "Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have any reservation here?" I was like, "No, we came to eat." Hi guys, welcome back to Udoka Jane's YouTube channel. My name is Chichi, known as Chomi Chocolate, and Udoka is a very good friend of mine. I've known Udoka for a very long time, way back in Nigeria. And then, you know, as fate will have it, got to see ourselves here as well. If this is your first time, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, leave your comment down below, and also share the video.
Oh my God, you watch my video a lot, man.
Yeah, I'm always the first person to comment on her videos. So
I'm so impressed. Oh my God, like you just said everything. What to do?
yeah. So today. Udoka, tell them what we're going to be doing.
So today we're going to be talking about our culture shock in America. Since we immigrated to the States, all the things we've experienced, like, you know, things that's going to make you guys, whoa, things that's going to make you guys be like, oh my God, did you do this for real? You know, guys, we did some stupid things.
Very stupid things that when, you know, looking at it now, you know,
you'll be like, did we actually do that?
I know.
Jesus Christ. Okay, shall we? You ready?
So my first experience was the weather. So when I came to the United States, I came during the summer. When I mean summer, that is like mid-summer. Funny enough, when I came, I was always putting on a jacket. Yeah, for real. I was always putting, when I mean jacket, I mean winter jacket. not just like an ordinary jacket. Yeah. So I remember one of my friends once, you know, each time she sees me, she would be like, "Are you sick?" I said, "No, I'm just cold." She'd be like, "You're cold?" I said, "Yes, I'm cold." So, and she was like, "No, this is not cold. This is, you know, this is just summer. And, you know, by the time we get to fall or winter, you know, you're going to see the difference." I was like, "Well, I don't care. I'm cold, blah, blah, blah," and all of that. Then, guys, by the time we got to fall, I was like, okay, what is going on? And then my first snow, which is like the winter itself, I was like, oh,
this is the cold.
Yeah,
right?
so this is the cold. So by the next year, the summer of next year, when it was summer, I could tell the difference. Like, I could literally tell the difference. Like, okay, now I understand why she was telling me, no, this is not cold, you know. So that was my own first cultural experience.
Culture shock.
Culture
Okay,
shock,
let me go. So mine was, you know, when I first came, I was in San Diego, California. So I was schooled in San Diego, and I met this friend of mine called Emily. So we were in class one day. Emily was like, "Hey Jane, do you mind going for lunch break?" Ha! I said, see free food. Emily said, I'm like, "Lunch?" She said, "Yes." She said, "I'm ready. Let's go and eat free food." Because in Nigeria, somebody said, "Let's go and eat now."
They will definitely pay for
right?
it. Yeah.
So we went to Panda Express. My speak broken.
Oh yeah, nah.
We can't go stand for line for Panda Express.
You can't order.
You can't reach my tongue. As a foodie.
Organ mix up. Mix up.
I say this, that. Boom, my plate full.
You didn't know you were going to chop your money.
I didn't know I was chopping my money, guys.
And you were a student then, right?
I was a student. Guys, I was an international student and I was paying out of pocket. You know how expensive it is to pay rent and tuition. So on top of it, I went to eat. Panda Express.
Not knowing you were going to pay.
Not knowing I was going to pay. So when it got to my turn, Emily paid for her food. Then I'm like, pay. I'm like, not be free. I'm like, why would I pay? You asked me to come. No, why would I pay? She said, Julie, you have to pay for your food.
For real?
I'm like, girl, I don't have money.
And you didn't have money on you.
Guys, to be honest, I didn't have money on me. I said, Emily, I don't have money. Total of the things I collected was around $16 or $17
that was a big deal.
That was a big money now, $17. Shoot. Emily said, okay, Jen, I'm gonna give you $20. You have to pay me back. I said, no wahala.
Because you don't want disgrace.
I don't want to disgrace myself. Emily gave me $20. I paid for the food I ate. The next day, Emily came to the class and said, Jen, give me my money. I said, Emily, I don't have money. Oh my God. I said, Emily, I don't have money. I don't have $20 there to give you.
Oh my God.
Emily kept reminding me of the money every day in class until I was able to pay.
And I bet you that would be so embarrassing.
Yeah. So I was able to pay Emily her money, and since then, anytime Emily invites me out, I'm like, no, I don't have money.
Or you find an excuse and give to
No, I actually tell her I don't have money. She would tell me $20 is the food, then tip. I'm like, tip? I thought tip is optional. He said, yeah, but you have to. She was telling me I have to tip. I'm like, shoot, I don't have money to tip, girl. Let me just pay for my food. That was my first experience, guys.
Okay. The second one for me was the first time it's more or less like going to a restaurant, but this was like a bigger restaurant, not like Panda Express is more or less like a fast food. Yeah, right. But this is a big restaurant, like they do their valet, valet. Thank you. And the name of that restaurant is, I think, Ruth Chris. Yeah. So I went out with my friend, and she was like, "Okay, Chama, why don't you go get a seat? While I park my car?" I was like, "Sure." My people. As soon as I got to the door, like the entrance of the restaurant, I just walked past. I just walked past the, what are they called? The waiters. Yeah, because normally there are waiters that after that
are gonna assign seats to you, right?
Yes. I just walked past the girl, and I was like looking for a seat. Yeah, and a good position, a nice position. And then I noticed that while I was walking to the seat I wanted us to sit, the girl was following me, and she was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have any reservation here?" I was like, "No, we came to eat." She was like, "We? With who?" Honestly, at that point, she thought I was mad because I said "we." So she was looking at the "we." Who's the "we"? Because she's just seeing me alone. So I said, "Yeah, my friend is coming. We can." Yeah, I know, but and then she was like, "Yeah, I know, but you have to make a reservation before you can sit down. Do you mind coming back with me so I can, just assign you to a table?" I said, "Oh, is that how it's been done?" So she said, "Yes." So I was so embarrassed, but that was a very big embarrassing moment for me.
Oh,
yeah.
So my own isn't an embarrassing moment though. This second one I want to say is just like things are done differently here. I think we're just pampered. So it was in school also, still in California, San Diego. During the summer period, it gets really hot in San Diego, right?
Yeah. California usually hot.
So it gets really hot out there. And San Diego is surrounded with a lot of beaches. So during the summer period, when the weather is like maybe 109 degrees, 110 degrees.
That's pretty hot.
You will see some, like, I think we did, like, our professors or our guardians in school then, they used to come to our hostels then to come and knock. Boom, boom. You all should go to the beach today. It's going to be so hot.
Oh, my God.
Hey! Even in the car, they'll be like, "Hi guys, you all should go to the beach tomorrow. It's gonna be like 100 degrees. Yeah, I should go to the beach."
So they're kind of like trying to make you guys feel comfortable.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, are you guys for real? They were.
But let me ask you a question. Do you know how to swim?
Of course,
you can swim very well.
Right, I swim very well. Yeah,
that's good.
So they were always asking us to go to the beach. I'm like, now so that they do it for here
by force.
Not by force. They were always, even in the class, maybe like So maybe like a day or 2 days before the hot weather or before the weather gets like 100 degrees, they'll be like, okay, you all should go to the beach. Say on the 10th, it's gonna be really hot. It's gonna be 100 degrees. Go to the beach. Make sure you have your sunscreen to avoid sunburn. But go to the beach. Don't stay in the hostel.
Okay,
so let's hear from you.
Oh my God, this one. I don't. If there's any word more than embarrass or embarrassment, or which other word is? Is there any other word more than embarrassment?
I can't think of it.
So, a family friend invited my sister and I for a dinner, right? And this family friend of ours are like, white, Caucasians. So we got there, we're just cracking jokes. Then we are done with our dinner. We're just eating dessert, and then we're cracking jokes. And then my sister, I can't really remember what she kind of like threw a shade at me, but a funny one, And then I said I was going to get my sister back. And then all of a sudden I was like, do you know that my sister eats dog meat? Everybody on the table, like the family, everybody was like, what? Yeah, I said, yeah, my sister. I said, and then my sister was just kicking me. And I was kicking her back like, leave me, let me talk. And you want to disgrace me, I will disgrace you back. So I was like, my sister, yeah, she eats dog meat. And then all of a sudden, just seriously, the children, they have 4 kids. All of them just stood up, went to their room and started crying. The wife, the wife of the man we came to their house, she started crying.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then I was like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I say? Did I hurt anybody? And then my sister, she spoke to me like in our dialect, like they just lost their dog 2 weeks ago. Oh my God. I was so embarrassed, and I was like, God, Chama, what did you just do?
Oh my God.
So to them, they saw it like, it's just like losing a loved one, and then someone coming to your house and say, oh, we eat a human being,
Yeah.
So to them, it sounded so awkward.
Right.
So I was so like I felt so bad.
Oh my God, I would feel bad too.
So I went to the man and I was like, honestly, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you lost your dog, and also I was just trying to make a joke that my sister, was like, yeah, it's okay.
You mean it, right?
Yeah, like he said, and he mentioned exactly what I said about human. He said, that he can understand, that he knows that there are some people that eat dog meat, but that to them, it's something that, why would you eat dog?
Why would you eat dog meat?
So I had to go to their kids' room and knocked on their door, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know you lost your dog.
Speaking of dog meat, have you ever eaten a dog meat?
Am I crazy?
Oh, okay.
Have you tried it? You look like you've tried it.
Yeah, I've had a dog meat.
For real? How does it taste?
Yeah, just good. Dog pepper soup.
For real?
Yeah, I've had dog meat in school while I was in school.
No, dog, I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? Yeah. Really? One of my hostel mates brought it back. One girl.
Do you know it was a dog meat? Yeah. Or you didn't know?
I knew it was a dog meat.
And you ate it?
Yeah, I was curious. I want to try it.
Oh God.
Okay, moving on. My turn. So what?
I can't wait to get the next one.
No, my last one is my school. So we had.
Let me not laugh.
Exam.
Look, I hope you didn't do expo. Okay, go ahead.
So before the exam date, our professor came to class and said, "Hey, I know that it's gonna be a little bit tough for some people to remember some things, some formula for the maths exam we're gonna be having next week. So I'm gonna advise you all to tear out a piece of paper.
What for?
Tear out that piece of paper and write everything you think you're going to forget."
Oh.
I say,
so just like So look, what did you do?
This is go ahead to do expo.
I said it.
I don't do expo. The one of us go ahead. He said write everything you're going to forget.
And you expected to come into the hall with that paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you were like, right, but he gave us a size of piece of paper you're going to use. I'm like, is this man okay at all?
I will just.
He said, he gave us a size and showed us, this is what you're going to use and write everything you think you're going to forget. I say, shoo. This is never heard of. I mean, I've never heard of this.
No, but when I was taking some classes in what's it called, Montgomery College.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember. I think that.
Yeah, they do it here in the state, but in Nigeria, did they do it? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, it's totally
Sure,
different.
yeah.
You know, I haven't heard of it before. Like, who bought me for class? I want to write exam, and my professor will tell me to tear out a piece of paper and write the things I will forget. Now, wow. So, that thing happened twice. When the first man did this, I'm like, maybe he's joking. Actually, people did that too. Brought out a piece of paper. I wrote things I'm going to forget.
And you're going to find out that even with that right out,
Some people still not remember.
and some people will still fail that class.
Right. Yeah. Then another professor again, one of our exams again. We came into the exam hall. The man said, use any resources you need to pass this exam.
Yeah,
so you can use your laptop, you can use your textbook, you can use your notebook, you
Yeah,
can use the internet, you can use any damn thing.
Google will be my friend. That
He said any resources, it's an open book exam. Any resources that's going to make you pass this exam, use it. Me and my friend, Danu Kante.
You guys show them the stuff you are made of.
One of our friends.
You are from Nigeria.
One of my friends. What? This guy from Gambia or something like that. 3 or 4. Pia. Open book. That's anything to make you pass the exam.
For me, I think I've had that experience, but it wasn't necessarily for us to start making that research.
Oh my God, girl, it happened to me.
Ours was more or less like, just use the article that he taught us with in the class.
That was
but of which you won't really have the time to come and start looking at, okay, what is this, or so it wasn't helpful to me, but at the same time
yeah, it happened, guys. It happened. It was an open book. Any resources are gonna make you pass the exam. That was a language in my
and did you pass it?
Of course I did. Why would I pass? I made an A. I made an A.
Good. So guys, moving on, and this is my last experience. So this was my first wedding, and that wedding was also I think that was a Jewish wedding we went to. Yeah, this wedding was more or less like a buffet. They had everything. When I mean everything, they had everything. Beauty. I came to that wedding. I looked at the table lined up like round like this. I was like, Choma, today. Guys, I'm not lying. I took 2 plates. I went to where and the plates were really wide. So I went there, I collected 2 plates. I held one like this, and then the other one was here.
You don't disgrace me.
In my mind, I was like, I must taste everything on this. And when I mean tasting it, I wasn't just taking or picking like, I will. Guess who I went to that wedding? My same sister. My sister saw me coming back with my plate. You know what she was doing? This was just her expression. My sister was like,
she goes, she's not very hungry, girl, come.
And me, I was so excited. I was like, hey, my sister was, she spoke to me in Igbo. She was like, Choma, can't drop 1 plate. And for the table, you guys are assigned to that table. So there was wine and other things on the table. So funny enough, I didn't really have space, like where I was sitting to set down my plate, and of course I took 2 plates. My sister was like, you better go and drop 1 plate. I said, but all these things I want to eat. My sister was like, Choma, you cannot eat everything on this plate. Go and drop 1 plate.
That's true. That's greed.
No, for me it wasn't greed. In my mind,
curiosity.
Yes, I wanted to taste those. Back then in Nigeria, you see all this food on the. So when you now see it live,
you be like,
so this is that thing I saw
on TV. You want to try it.
At the end of the day, I if I tell you I liked anything from, I was starving.
Yeah, it was just curiosity that made you to take all this thing. It wasn't even greed. It's curiosity.
But that day when we got home, my sister called me and gave me a serious warning and said, next time I will go out with you. So respect yourself. And that was a week after that dog issue happened. So this is like the second row.
She'd be like, you just disgrace me up and down.
But finally, I was able to like start adapting and start getting used to the culture, start getting used to So the only thing it made me was like I kind of like withdrew. I wasn't that much eager to like to explore things or and then my sister at some point started feeling bad. Like,
I think many people did some really crazy things when they first immigrated
of
to
course, nobody would tell me that.
They never had some shady experience.
Everybody have that experience. So I mean,
so I think I have a couple more to go. So sometime it's also in 2015, Uber wasn't really popular that time. Then I had already moved to Maryland. So before I could go from my city where I'm schooling to the town, it takes about 40 minutes or 30 minutes for a driver, like a regular taxi, to come pick me up from there, come out. So one day I had something to go do in the city, our nearest city, which was around maybe 30 or 45 minutes. So I called the taxi to come pick me up, and you pay the taxi maybe I think around $45 for that trip. So the taxi picked me up, and I gave the taxi $50.
Okay.
And
you couldn't pay with your card?
I think they don't take card or something like that. I don't know what happened, but either they don't take card or I didn't have money in my card. I only had cash. I don't know, but for some reason I didn't pay with my card. So I gave that man $50. Guys, the trip was maybe $45 trip, right?
Oh.
The man said he didn't have $5. Like he didn't say he didn't have $5. He made it mandatory for me to give him tip.
Oh, got you.
So I'm like, I was waiting for my tip. The man zoomed off.
Ooh, oh God.
I was mad.
Not them is African. Yeah, if you don't want, it's not a must. You have to tip.
But they make tips so mandatory, guys. I never knew they make tips so mandatory until I got to the US. Tip is mandatory.
Yeah, it is. But at the same time, some people won't even bother to like some people don't bother. But I think the reason why tip is mandatory here in America is because like people that work in the restaurant, I heard that is where they make
the money from. I understand that. Don't pay them a lot. I understand someone like a waiter in a restaurant. Yeah, I can tip you. I don't mind. But a taxi driver, that's not fair because I've paid you the agreed amount, so you don't have to force me to tip you. Who knows? I could have tipped that man, but he just made it mandatory.
So he stole your money.
He stole my money. I was so mad. I had to call because all these taxi companies, you call them and they send somebody to you. So I had to call the company to report him that look at what happened. I don't know if they took action or not, but they didn't sound happy on the phone with me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So do you have anything else to say? Because I think I got a few more to go.
Another experience I had was the police. My brothers and my sisters. And you are here, the police officer. I saw a stop sign, so I didn't stop. And the reason why I didn't stop was because the police officer was, right behind me. In my mind, I was like, let me drive fast. Let me drive fast so that this man will not stop me. So when I saw that stop sign and I didn't stop, that gave him the more reason to come right after me. And then when I
didn't see it or it was late or something like.
I saw it, but I just in my mind I was like, oh, I don't want this. But I was scared. I think that was when I started driving newly here. So when I drove past the stop sign, that gave him more reason to start chasing me. And then as soon as he turned that siren,
he took off.
I took off. Oh my God, for real. I took off. Are you serious? Because I took off. I didn't know he was actually asking you to stop. I kept driving fast. And he had to use the microphone and tell me, excuse me, ma'am, you better stop your car. I'm right behind you. Stop your car. Pull over. I was like, okay. Actually, he's actually coming for me. So, he came and I was shaking, and my hands were on his. As soon as I whined, he was like, calm down. Just calm down. Calm down.
That's
and he was like, do you know what you did? I said, no. I said, first of all, you drove past the stop sign. I said, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I said, okay, that's fine. And then he's against the law for he was trying to say that he's stopping me,
trying to stop you,
and I'm running.
Against the law. Yeah.
So he said he requested for my
driver's license.
I had a clean record. no DUI, everything was okay. So at the end of the day, he gave me a ticket.
Ooh.
But that was like a warning ticket.
Okay.
And the reason why he gave me the warning ticket was because I don't have any record. So he was like, this is your first ticket. Try not to do that again. You might get a second warning ticket, but the third one is going to be very expensive. I bet me. So pay attention while you're driving.
So it wasn't like a ticket or citation?
No, just a ticket. Warning ticket, yeah. So that was my, crazy experience with the police. So ever since then, when I see a police around me, I like to drive behind the police and not them driving behind me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
when you drive in front of them, like, it makes you more nervous.
and someone has also told me that when a police, even though they don't want to stop you, if they're driving so close to you, they're actually trying to
Run your plate number.
on that that computer.
Run
So
your plate number.
yeah, just to find out.
Yeah, when I see them driving behind me, I just make a turn. Either I make a left turn, right turn, just make the nearest turn. I cannot shout. Don't disturb my life. I just make
you cannot come and kill yourself.
All.
Oh my god.
So moving on, let's say something else for me. So I think I have 2 more to go.
Okay.
So one happened, like, I think that's not like I think it was a culture shock then also. Like, I got used to it. I'm like, okay, I'm into this shit. So maybe to go act like an American, So my first job in school. Let's say Chris was my manager. So when I want to talk to Chris, I say, "Excuse me, sir." When I want to talk to Chris, I'll be like, "Excuse me, sir." "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." So I say now. So if I want to say something to Chris or all these our senior managers, I'm like, "Excuse me, ma." "Excuse me, sir." But when Chris calls me, "Jane," I said, "Yes, sir." "Yes, sir. Yes, ma." So until Chris called me one day, I'm like, "Jane, you call everybody by their first name, not sir, ma.
Regardless of their age.
Yeah, their position. Call everybody by their first name. That is the rule." I say, "To." So as I have arrived, I think I had issue with somebody at work one day. As somebody that I don't know what's up. So I went straight to Chris's office. Like, "Excuse me, Chris, I need to talk to you right now." So Chris was like, "Whoa, is that you?" I said, "Chris, I need to talk to you right now."
Yeah.
That was my manager. Like, I tell myself,
Come on.
I can't pitch myself. Say, "Yes, get there. Show me what you have arrived."
See, this thing you just said reminded me of something. Another experience I had. In Nigeria, when you see your elderly, and coupled with the fact that I grew up a little bit in Lagos, right? Because of my dad, the nature of his job, we ended up in Lagos. So I grew up in Lagos, and Lagos is Yorubas and mainly Yorubas in Lagos. And when Yorubas they want to greet, they will prostrate or epelema, stuff like that. So I it kind of like got to me. So when I came here, and if I see anybody or I want to say hi to somebody, I'm like, for real?
Are you serious?
I'm like, "Good evening, ma." Not until one day, my sister noticed it. And my sister was like, "Don't, Choma, don't do that. It's either you give a hug, or you wave, or you be like, 'Hi.' You don't have to." But for me, I feel like it shows
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect, right?
I feel like,
that day I was so mad. I went to my manager's office.
Chris,
said,
I need to talk to
Chris,
you.
I need to talk to you right now. Chris was like, whoa, Jane, call me. I'm like, I need to talk to you right now.
There's fire on the mountain.
So this is when Jane got address her like this. Jane is so mad. And guys, Chris came out immediately like, "What's going on?" So I'm like, so this is how it happens. I can't pinch myself. Say, I don't arrive. Let me tell you another one. This what happened last year.
You don't care. This last year,
I was doing practical. It was my turn to actually show what I have learned. Then my teacher kept attacking me. So I think I was trying to, either make the bed or something like that.
Okay.
So the teacher he kept telling me, he kept interrupting me. Like,
well, that's when you did your clinical.
Yeah. So he kept interrupting me. "Jane, do this. Jane, do that. Jane, do this." I'm like, I didn't call him by his name. Let's just say his name is Mike. I'm like, "Mike, can you please keep quiet and stop talking?"
God.
I couldn't even do anything there. So when I want to do something, I know what I'm doing, right? Just allow me to finish up my work. Then you correct me wherever I made a mistake or I failed. But I couldn't even raise something and drop it. Mike will always say something to me. I'm like, Mike, you're interrupting me.
Oh my God.
Please keep quiet.
That's a whole.
So my classmates was like, say it with your chest, Jane. Say it with your chest, Jane. Say it with your chest. Hey, my classmates, they were like, yeah, girl, say it again to him. I mean, I thought I said, I have arrived. Let me talk. Mark was like, okay, I'm sorry, miss. I'm sorry.
Sometimes is if you don't,
you have to be bold like that and confident,
and stand up for yourself.
Stand up for
because
yourself.
If not, you'll be
intimidated.
Yeah. So yeah.
You have to be confident like that and be bold too. Because if you just keep shying away, you're going to make a lot of mistakes and people are going to ride on you too.
Sure.
When I did my first presentation with the projector,
oh God, that's another thing.
I was so nervous, and honestly, I went to tell my professor. I said, I'm nervous. I have not done this before.
Oh no!
And she was so nice to me.
I actually dropped one of my classes because of that presentation. And guess what? Yeah, I dropped. I don't know who sent Choma to go and learn Spanish. Went to my school and told them I want to learn Spanish. They said, oh, that would be nice. Spanish is the second language in America, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I said, yes, because that's why I want to learn it. My sister. We were asked to, present something on the projector, trying to, say something nice about yourself, your personality, and all of that. So in my mind, I was like, I can't even speak or make a full sentence. And you guys are expecting me to come and write 3 pages about myself, my country, my food, my, anything that has to do with you. I said, you know what?
You drop the class.
Bye.
Okay, so I think we're done, right?
Yeah, so you end the video here.
Yeah, so guys, here comes the end of these things we just said, all our culture shocks. Let us know if you've had any experience about culture shock, where you live, the country where you live, what happened. If you're in the States here, tell us about it. We want to hear too. Just leave everything down in the comment section. Okay? Here comes the end of this. Please tell them to subscribe to this channel.
Please, guys, subscribe to this channel. This is the best channel you can ever watch so far in 2021. There's going to be a lot of content, vlogging.
Back to back.
So please, guys, give it subscribe,
to them. We are ready
share,
for you guys.
Comment, and
give us a thumbs up too. Don't forget.
Yeah, and also give it a thumbs up.
Right. Thank you, and we'll see you all in our next video. Choma, thank you so much for coming to my channel today. Thank you. I love you, sister.